Hello friends, and welcome to TurtleQueenGaming, and back to Nicole, the Tomy version. I, quite honestly, have totally forgotten what I was doing. We met, what's-his-face, who wants to be a pharmacist, but not a pharmacist. Wants to work in pharmacology studies of some sort. What am I doing? What do I even need? I need a class. Do I? Do I need a class? I forgot. It's afternoon. I need to get moving is what I need to do. Let's see. We've got gym. I can train at gym, play volleyball, study, search through old newspapers. Oh, that's right. I wanted to do that. So, yes. Let's go here. Search through old newspapers. Sure. I got 8 more clues. It doesn't, like, seem to bring any of this up. I don't know. It doesn't seem to raise this bar any, so I'm not really sure. Whoa, I managed to stumble upon some good reference books in here. I gotta love that old retro information network. Okay, I think I'm good for, well, might as well get some more clues today. That's all. Pharmacy. Buy vitamins, buy relaxing infusion, have a great dinner, buy snacks, check the customers. Why would I check the customers? Let's go. What if I do this? It doesn't seem. Oh, it does. It gives me clues between 8. So I don't need any clues right now. How do I go back? Ah, there's the back button. Well, what if I just go dance? Why not? Let's see. Dance. Morale and energy down. Or morale up, energy down. Do I have money? I have $50. Wow, this music's loud. Okay. They played my favorite songs all night. The DJ must be psychic. That was fun. That's all the mystery I wonder how long this game is. I don't know. I don't know what the duration is. Like how many days I have to figure it out. Oh yes. His name is Jeff. We have not met Ted. We have not met. I can speak words. Ted, Kurt, or Darren. I don't know where to meet them, but hey. I'm sure we'll just meet them. Let's see. If you can afford it, a dinner at a fancy restaurant will give you a super boost of energy and morale. I need more energy, but I'm sure if I sleep, it'll be fine. Nothing's better than a good night's sleep. Oh, I might have to take a nap. This isn't fair. I straggle into my criminology class 10 minutes before it's supposed to start, and what I see makes me want to cry. Nearly all the seats near the front are full. Oh, no. I slump a little and bow my sleep through my alarm. I even made sure to sleep at a reasonable time so I could get up early. So much for that, stupid body. There's no use complaining about it now. I better get a seat before I'm left with the ones in the very, very back. I don't see what the big deal is. These halls are set up so that everybody can see, no matter where you're sitting. Except for you can't make the teacher notice you if you're in the very, very back. But it's like the, 5th day of school? I hurry to the aisle and do my best to look inconspicuous as I scope out an empty seat. Why? Why do you want to be subtle? I don't get your thinking, but that's cool. The ones I can see are all toward the middle, so I'll probably have to scoop past a bunch of people to reach that one. It's going to be awkward. They know how school works. Are there any alternatives? I spot a seat in one of the closer rows, 2 away from the aisle. Not exactly in the middle like I prefer, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm going to have to get past 2 guys sitting in the way, though. I clutch my bag to my side and give them a nervous smile. Excuse me. Once they notice I'm, like, right there, I shuffle my way toward the seat, doing my best not to trip on the feet or their bags. I nearly make it before I feel my foot snag on someone's backpack, and I'm going down. Reflexively, I spin to look over my shoulder, and I feel my shoulder bag whack into something. Oh no! Oh no, that sounded like a really hard whack. My would-be neighbor for class rubs his head while his friend next to him laughs at his expense. I hold my hands out apologetically, unsure what to say. Oh gosh, sorry. The guy I hit scowls with grit teeth, but his expression smooths out into a tight-lipped line. Ain't a problem, miss. Just watch your step next time. Oh, well, thanks. He sounds forced and weird. Well, I mean, like, different. He sounds different. Like he has some sort of accent. He didn't yell at you. As I settle into my seat, keeping my bag in my lap, I sneak another look at the guy right beside me. His hair is a sandy blonde and wavy like he'd just been caught in a breeze outside. His eyes are also a really light shade of brown. I think they're that particular color, hazel. Eavesdropping on his conversation gives me a chance to listen for that accent, but he and his friends are speaking so quietly that I can't really catch it. I'm soon cut off as the teacher begins with the lecture. Oh well, it wasn't that important. I was only curious. Lecture goes along at its normal pace. I forget all about paying attention to the guy next to me. Soon enough, the teacher dismisses us, and the classroom is sent roaring with the sound of hundreds of students picking up their bags at once. The people next to me are freakishly fast. Not that guy and his friend to my left, but the ones to my right. Man, can't they just leave from that side? I can see them waiting on me from the corner of my eye. It's like the pressure is on. I save my notes on my laptop, shut it closed, then stuff it in my bag. The guy and his friends don't seem as rushed as I am, but I make sure that I'm out of the row as soon as possible. That way when they want to leave, I'm not in the way. Maybe it'd be a better idea to sit somewhere less crowded next time. Where? Where could you possibly sit? I'm sure the class is full. You know where it's not crowded? The back! Where you didn't want to sit! If I manage to wake up, that is. The door slams shut behind me as I leave the building, but a moment later I hear someone throw it open again. Excuse me? Is someone talking to me? I turn around since I don't see anyone else nearby. To my surprise, I'm looking right at the guy who sat next to me in class. I point at myself unsurely. Now who else would I be yelling at around here? Of course I'm talking to you. He marches straight towards me and thrusts his hands filled with several familiar-looking pens. Oops. Hey, those are mine. Did I drop them? He nods curtly. You left them behind. I didn't notice till you were gone, so I figured I'd try to get them back to you. Aw, that was nice. You didn't have to do that. Oh, thanks. I hold my palms out, and the guy drops the pins carefully into my hands. My fingers wrap around their necks to keep them secure. I didn't even use these guys in class today. How did I manage to drop them? Your bag probably had an open pocket. You best be careful not to let that happen again. Not everyone in the world would be kind enough to return them. I'm really glad you were. I laugh in relief as I put my pins back in my bag. I make sure to double-check that I closed the pocket this time. I'm Nicole. It's nice to meet you, Ted. Likewise. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. That's a very drastic change, Ted. He offers a polite hand and I lightly shake it. Now that we're talking one-on-one like this, I instantly recognize where Ted's accent is from. I'm not sure I know what it is, but it wouldn't hurt to check. Okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. You're not from here, are you? The corner of Ted's lip turned inward like he's heard this several times before. It was the drawl that gave it away, huh? I try my best to control it, but some things do their darndest to stick with you. Oh, okay. I was like, Ted, I'm thinking foreign. I'm from the South, born and raised, Alabama to be precise. Moved here a couple of years ago. I knew it! I allow myself a smug moment and start smiling. Ted immediately takes notice. Why are you grinning like that? He cocks a brow and puts it on his hands on his hips. Go on, spit it out. You look like you got something to say. It's nothing bad, it's only about your voice. To tell the truth, I don't know how he's going to react to what I just thought. You talk funny. It's nothing bad, you just talk funny. Nah, southern accents are cute. I just think your southern accent is cute. Ted rolls his eyes and scoffs. He's ridiculous. That's not funny. No, I'm not kidding, it's charming. You never hear anyone talking like that around here. I grin wildly as I get an idea. Hey, would you mind saying something for me? Like one of those funny sayings you guys have? You're awful! What do you mean? We don't have any weird sayings. Yeah, they're not stereotypical or anything. But you hear it all the time on TV. Ted shoots me an incredulous look and quickly shakes his head. He suddenly starts taking a mile a minute. He suddenly starts talking a mile a minute, sounding incredibly defensive. And you're really gonna believe that? Okay, maybe there's a little truth in those shows, but just a little. No one talks like that back home, especially not me. And another thing. The tops of Ted's cheeks go a little red. Don't call me cute. There ain't a guy who'd want to be called cute like that. I didn't call you cute. I said your accent was cute. Not that I'm saying you're ugly. It's the same thing in principle. Ted shouts testily, and he clears his throat embarrassed, as he realizes how worked up he is. Pardon. I didn't mean to yell, but you're better off finding some rodeo clown to talk Southernese for you. I'm not some toy for you to play with. I decide to lay off the poor guy as I hear how huffy his voice sounds now, but it's kind of fun to see how far I can push him. He seems so composed. I wouldn't imagine it'd be easy to rile him up. Fine. You just said a whole bunch right now. I figure that counts. I'll just have to wait for you to slip and give me something, especially Southern. That ain't gonna happen. So don't bet your britches on it. We both pause. I give Ted a cheeky look, and he looks about ready to slide his hand down his face when he realizes what he's done. He turns and coughs into his fist, ready to hastily change the subject. Aw, he's adorable! Anyway, I didn't get a chance to say this, but thanks. For the compliment, I mean. I'm still enough of a gentleman to know when to express my gratitude. No problem. I meant it. I like how you talk. Hooray! I get it. You don't have to keep saying it every 2 seconds. I'm only making sure you know. Ted looks like he's trying really hard to hold back a sigh, but I can tell that the two of us have gotten a little friendlier. You don't just argue with some random stranger. At least, I don't. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if Ted did. What about you? I hear you got an accent yourself. What, me? I don't have an accent, I think. You kidding? You sure do. If I had to take a guess, I'd say you're from California. Whoa! He's like the first person to guess that right away. Yeah, I am from there. How did you know? Does it really come out in the way I talk? I learned it early. You never realize how different you sound till you're surrounded by people who don't talk much like you. You might as well stand out like a sore thumb. He makes me feel all self-conscious about my voice now. I doubt Ted minds since he's in the same boat, but I wonder what other people think when I speak to them. Maybe it's just Ted who's good at pointing out this sort of thing. Yeah, let's tell myself that. If you don't mind me asking, why choose a school all the way here out in Florida? It's a nice place and all, but ain't it far? It was a pretty long plane ride for sure, but this school has an awesome pre-log program. I got some financial aid to help pay for it, so money isn't much of an issue besides the usual stuff. See, I want to become a lawyer. To do that, I'm going to have to study under some of the best people. Well, okay, I don't have to, but I want to. Ted hums approvingly. I like that. And the fact that you're willing to come this far means that you've got the drive. That's respectable. Does this mean that you're in our law school? Just started. How about you? Second year. Criminal justice major. I'm looking to go into law enforcement like my old man. Aw, so like joining the police or something like that? That sounds totally scary to me. I don't think I could ever do it. My pop says it can be hard sometimes, but that's not enough to scare me off. The way Ted says he isn't backed in with cocky arrogance the way Ted says this isn't backed with cocky arrogance, but a humble confidence. Just because there are some scary jobs out there ain't gonna stop people from doing them. I figure if someone's gonna have to do it, why not me? If it's something I want to do, well, even better. Ted looks down at the watch on his wrist and takes a few steps back in the other direction. Alright, I got you your stuff back, so I'm done here. I'll see you around class, probably. Remember to keep better track of your things, okay? Will do. Bye, Ted. He's cool. I like Ted. I wave Ted off as he departs then fall into my own thoughts for a moment. Compared to him, I'm pretty spastic. I woke up late, hit him in the face, left my things. He must wonder how I got around on my own. But every cloud has a silver lining. If I hadn't left my things, I wouldn't have made a new friend in class. If I can call Ted that. He seemed like he was keeping at professional distance from me during our entire conversation. I guess it'll take some time. We have the whole semester to get to know each other, and if we're in the same class, probably top. Let's see. I think I will do some homework and take a nap. Nailed it. A+ for sure, and with time to spare. Nap. There we go. Another day has ended. Please review the progress summary. Blah blah blah. Click to advance to the next day. Let's see. I will have plenty of energy. My morale is still awesome. And Ted and Jeff are chill. Tip of the day. Each activity raises a specific stat. Some activities are available only during certain days or times of the day. Nothing is better than a good night of sleep. So, today was a regular day in class. I managed to learn something new, but I feel I could do better. I look down at my phone and quirk an eyebrow at the words I have jotted down in my notes. Okay, so I'm at the football field. Yep, this is definitely the football field. I see the giant yellow goalpost poking out from beyond the bleachers. What I don't see is Chandra. This is where she told me to go. She has cheerleading practice today, but somehow forgot her special cheerleading shoes in our room. So being the wonderfully awesome roommate that I am, I offered to bring them to her. But the directions are so confusing. I wrote them down on my phone, but I didn't realize how complicated they were until I had to start following them. Ugh, girl directions. I should have known. We have no idea what we're doing. It's, that place over there. Why is my morale down? School, I guess. Well, I made it this far, and if the movies and televisions are telling the truth, I should find the locker rooms somewhere close. That's where she'd be, I think. A brief glance around and I see some kind of building nearby. I don't have any better guess as to where the locker rooms could be, so I figure that must be it. Even if it isn't, I could at least find someone to ask for directions. Maybe I'll even find Chandra somewhere in there. Either way, or either that, or get terribly lost and wander around looking like an idiot, which is totally something that would happen. I push the possibility to the back of my mind and head on over. The inside of the building is all white walls and blue doors, our school colors. When I spot football posters over the walls, it looks promising that this is some sort of sports facility, but there's, no directions or anything here. I'm gonna walk into the boys' locker room. How do they expect people like me to find their way around? I really have to find Chandra before her practice starts and she's left shoeless. Through the combination of dumb luck and the right hand rule, it's not long before I wander into a room with rows of lockers against the wall. Ha! I did it! This building is where the locker rooms are held. I'm in the boys' locker room. Place your bets now. There's a stray water bottle and a few towels left on the benches, and some shoes that are messily shoved in the cubby under the lockers, but it's not like there's stuff littered on the floor. Wait. I take a better look at the shoes in the cubbies. Those look like guy shoes! Doesn't that mean... Before I have a chance to finish that thought, some guy walks into my view and all the blood drains from my face as I see him. Hi. He's a tall guy with messy blonde hair and sharp blue eyes that widen as he sees me. In his hands is a recently wrung football jersey, and the only thing covering his top is a pair of shoulder pads, which still leaves his abs deliciously in view. Okay, I shouldn't stare. Okay, I shouldn't even be in here when this nearly shirtless guy. Whoops. Shush. Oh, so professional, forgetting to turn off my phone. I fail to find words and start sputtering like a moron before turning and running out of the locker room. I rest myself flat against a wall nearby and nearly sink to the floor. Oh man, that was so embarrassing! And now he's gonna come talk to me and I'm gonna be even more embarrassed! My head pops up as I hear footsteps. Please don't tell me! Yo! Hesitantly, I look up and meet the blue eyes of the guy before. Thankfully, he's wearing his jersey now, and I see a number 9 printed on his chest. What does he want? Can't he leave me to die of embarrassment in peace? Hi. I quickly try to shrug off the awkward situation and give him a sheepish grin. I'm really sorry about that. It's cool. I think you'd agree. I've got nothing to be ashamed of. Oh, good God. He's freaking confident as hell. The guy smirks cockily and swaggers a little closer. So what do you think? I think you need to go away. Huh? His smirk smooths out into something a bit more suggestive. You like what you saw? Oh. It hits me a second later. Wait, are you serious? The guy gestures to his chest like a fine piece of art on display. Oh my god. Hey, I work hard for this body. I think I deserve a little appreciation for it sometimes. Still, that is that really something you should be asking someone you barely know? Kinda desperate. Confident? Says the girl who was just scoping out the boys' locker room. I grumble and ball up my fists. That was an accident! It's not like I did it on purpose! Accident, huh? So you're a lady perv and blind? It's kind of an oxymoron. The guy leans against the wall, and it's the only thing that I notice that there's a plaque that says Men's Locker Room. He knocks it with the back of his knuckles victoriously. I must have missed that. My admission makes the guy burst out in laughter, and I hold back a blush so he doesn't get the satisfaction. He's seriously starting to get on my nerves. Who is this guy? Don't laugh at me. Who do you even think you are? The guy stops cold, and he looks at me as though I've asked an impossibly stupid question. Who am I? You're asking who I am? Have you been what? You've been under a rock? You're looking right at the mighty number 9, Kurt Madry, quarterback of the football team. He holds up a finger, leans into me, and winks. Not only that, but I'm only a freshman. One of the few that made the cut this year, I might add. I don't buy it. The guy, or Kurt, deflates like a balloon, and I silently hope that his ego does the same thing. Come on, I got the jersey, don't I? Sure, but if you're just a freshman, of course I would have heard of you. It's not like, but it's not every day a guy like me joins the team. Usually I'd be pissed at anyone who doubted me, but since you're a mighty fine babe, I think I can let it slide. You cocky motherfucker. Just this once. He grins at me as like he's done me the world's biggest favor, and I scowl. Yeah, this guy is definitely annoying. You still haven't told me your name, you know. So you're not only blind, but mute too? It's Nicole. Nicole Grave. There. Happy? Nicole Grave. The way Kurt says my name is like a flavor in a new line of dessert. It makes me never want to hear him say my name ever again. It's so objectifying. Alright, Grave. If you weren't trying to peek on the football team, what were you doing here in the first place? I roll my eyes. Grave, we're not in the army. I think it's endearing for a guy to call you by your last name. I don't know. I'm trying to find my friend. She's on the cheerleading squad, but she forgot something. I'm trying to get it back to her. That's it? Easy. The cheerleaders are at the practice field straight north of here. You can't miss it. Oh, thanks. It totally sounds forced, but I have to give credit where credit is due, even if this Kurt is doing his best to push my buttons. He's just flirting. I'm sure he's not trying to push buttons in a bad way. No problem. You're lucky I was here to save your ass. Yes, whatever would I have done without you? I make sure my sarcasm isn't lost on him before walking away, unable to stand Kurt's presence for a second longer. However, I don't get too far before I hear him yell after me. Hey, wait! Ugh, what? I look over my shoulder as I see Kurt give me another suggestive grin. You didn't answer my question before. Question. Oh, you mean if I liked what I saw? You can tell it to me straight. I'm used to ladies loving the guns. Kurt brings both arms to flex. I'm not going to lie. Kurt does have a nice body for sure. But do I really want to feed his ego even more? You think that's all it's going to take to impress me? It's good, but I've seen better. I think that this is probably it. Being like, hey, I'm not just into physical, and if you want to continue to be a egomaniac, then that's not gonna be a thing. I win! It's my turn to smirk now as I come up with a response. I know your type. My type? Yeah, you're the type of guy who thinks he can waltz up to any girl he wants, show some muscle, and she'll be putty in his grubby little man hands. Well, newsflash, it's going to take more than a six-pack to impress any girl worthwhile, especially me. You'll need a lot more than that. I expect Kurt to yell and give me a chance to make a getaway, but he just stays quiet and gives me a hard look. It's kind of unsettling. Then what's your type, then? Oh, that's adorable. My type? I could have hit myself when I realized I sound just like him. You mean what type of guy I like? What else? Huh. I don't even think I ever thought too hard about it. I cocked my head and hummed thoughtfully. Call me shallow, but I hope to find him attractive. I want a guy who's funny too. It helps if he's smart, has a good personality, oh, and bonus points if he'll buy me clothes whenever I want. He'd be super awesome, just like a Wonder Man. Wonder Man? You mean that superhero? Kada, who else? Kada. Kurt shakes his head and holds out a hand to stop me before I get carried away. I'm talking about real people only, Grave, not some creepy crush you have on some made-up character. Hey, I base my stat, or what I want on my creepy crushes on fictional characters. That's why most girls have unachievable stats. Hey, I didn't say I had a crush on Wonder Man. Anymore, I had silently. The short answer is my attraction is complicated, like most people. You'd know that if you didn't chase everything with boobs and a pulse. Not that I know for sure, but I bet I'm right. Maybe that's just how I roll. Simple, no strings attached. But every now and then I get in the mood for something a little more complex. I see him eye me from top to down and I shudder and back away, feeling objectified. In your dreams, you sicko. That an invitation? For you to dream about me? Go for it. Kurt grins infuriatingly at me as I groan loudly. I don't care about entertaining him any longer. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to find my friend before I vomit. I make a point to avoid a stare, but as I walk away, I hear him bid me goodbye. Don't think I'm going to let you get away that easy, Grave. I need to keep my eye on someone like you. I face him and just glare. Bite it, Madry. And with that, I'm on my way. Man, Chandra's gonna owe me big time after this. I don't know. I think he's kinda cute. Confidence is very attractive. I think that'll be it for this episode. We met 2, now for a total of 3 out of the 4 main guy characters. Oh, my spinal cord. Okay. And, yeah. Actually, I need to start looking into, like, bringing up this. I don't know. It doesn't seem to fill up like the energy does, so I don't know if there's, like, a goal of a maxed out thing. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. So, until next time, peace out, y'all.